Hello and welcome to Lloyd South Lakes BMW. Today we have this iX3 Premier Edition. This car is registered in September 2021 and is finished off in mineral white metallic. With the iX3 we've had two editions, the Premier Edition and the Premier Edition Pro from launch. So this is one of our basic launch cars, run as our corporate demonstrator. A prefix specification, so just a great standard specification. Generally the only options we had was external paint and interior leather colour, but a lot more just sort of pre-built and sent to us. So I'm going to run around the options now on this vehicle, selected, and some of the features on it. On the front, obviously slightly enclosed kidney grills, obviously being electric, doing the same cooling. Got an vent underneath the bottom part there, and down here lower, just help with some of the battery cooling systems. With adaptive LED lights as standard, so that's whether we, due to the steering wheel input, the lights will bend and turn based on that steering wheel input, helps brighten the road ahead of you. Just great, much better visibility at dark, as with the dark country roads. There's increased visibility, and help with the safety there. We have this 20-inch aerodynamic wheel, it's the 843 design, so there's enclosed spoke sections on it. It helps with the aerodynamics and their range on the electric car. Some specific details there, and that's sort of the air breather on the side there, a little eye detail. Some protection glass in the rear of the vehicle, obviously tinted windows there. There's an element of privacy for the rear of the vehicle, but there's a UV element involved there as well, so it helps keep the cabin a bit cooler on hot days, as well as protecting the passengers from those harmful UV rays. The iX3 Premier Edition badging there left, and where we would have had exhaust pipes on the standard combustion engine iX3 on the X3, sorry. With these two sort of diffuser items. Into the boot, power tailgate is standard on the X3. Let's just move this load cover out of the way. 40-20-40 split folding rear seat arrangement. It's got the great levers at the back here, so you can just pull these, drops the seats down, makes it very nice and easy just to put some large items in. Under the boot, we have the two charge cables at the bottom here. We have the public charge cable, that type 2 charge cable, and we have the occasional use charger there. So the 3-pin socket cable for occasional use if you haven't got access to a charger when you're out and about. Lastly, with the filler cap, that's the charging ports. AC type 2 at the bottom, and we've got the DC CCS charging as well. There's a little light indicator there. Nice little flaps there just to hold it in place. Into the rear passengers has also got some rear seat adjustments, so little levers here, so you can actually adjust the backrest on the seats, both sides. Black Vernasca Leather running throughout, some nice contrast stitching details as well in areas. And also you can see some of the ambient lighting system there working on that door card. Rear passengers benefit from their own climate control settings, so a full free zone system, and there's two USB-C charge points down there as well. Even though it's the M Sport, we've got obviously the M sort of finish with that darker leather and the dark headlining. This car also has the panoramic sunroof as standard, so it just floods the light of cabin. And as you can see, it's a very dull, dreary day today in the lakes. Raining now as well, but it just lifts the cabin environment so much. It really does help, both for rear passengers and actually for the front as well. Just floods that cabin a bit more light. Now we've got the galvanic finish to the controls. See in the door cards here, so the metal finish, we saw those in the latest generation 7 series. Full electric memory seats for the driver, and just electric for the passenger. Oh, stepping into the car, out that rain. So we've got the updated Live Cockpit Professional, so the latest BMW digital dashboard. Obviously very configurable, telling which mode you go in. You can obviously display different information, a slightly different look. Also have a map view in the middle here, and that can be changed to various different bits of information. Over the central display, running the ID7 operating system, so these tiles of information. You can configure these. Have different pages of information on. Obviously this has got a news, calendar, weather there. You've got the map, radio, obviously communications, obviously with the phone information. Once you cancel the supersized to a much bigger map, after a few seconds that does fully enlarge as well and fill up the full screen. Obviously full live traffic information as well. See the green lines there as well. In the media section, we've got the full Spotify integration now on these vehicles. That's where you can basically link your Spotify premium account to the vehicle. So if you're playing it at home, for instance, or on your phone, get into your vehicle, carries on where you left off on your song or your podcast. Brings all the album artwork up as well. Really nice integration there for that system. Also full BMW, full Apple CarPlay, as well as Android Auto as well. So if you prefer to use the different systems, you can link your phone via that, as long as you've got the compatible phone. Also, we now have the Alexa integration as well. So if you've got an Alexa account, the Alexa system at home, you can connect to your vehicle. Also got the new Ringo app as well. There's Alexa pop ducks I mentioned Alexa. So just loads of great integration in this car, either the BMW systems or with those third-party systems there as well. Still got the 1 to 7 there, the favourite buttons, the presets. They can be saved for anything on the infotainment system. Dual zone climate control on the front, as I mentioned, single zone in the rear. And front passengers have that freeway heated seats there. Under the cover here, let me just get that out of the way. We've got the wireless charging pad. Down here for your wireless charging compatible phone. Obviously a couple of cup holders, additional USB charging point there, and a 12-volt socket. Moving to the gear selector, traditional sort of BMW gear selector. Slightly different mode with the electric car. We see this in the iX3 as well as the i4. Standard D, standard drive, so that's our new sort of adaptive mode. You have got other free presets, 3 different levels of regenerative braking you can have as a preset, but the adaptive mode seems to work really well. Has a creep function, so it drives a bit more like an automatic, which is really handy when you're sort of getting used to this electric car ownership. And then with the sensors, radars and cameras, it will change the regenerative braking based on either information from the satellite navigation or what the cameras and radar are picking up. So going towards the roundabout, it will slowly increase the regenerative braking. If there's a long straight bit of road, it will put it into like a neutral mode, so it will just coast, and it does coast extremely well. So once you get used to it, it is a very nice way of driving the car, and a very efficient way of driving the car as well. And what we also have here, flick over to the left, we've got the B mode. So that's basically full regenerative braking. A lot of the companies seem to call it sort of one pedal driving. We had it in our i3 as sort of standard. We also have it in the electric as standard as well. And I love it for sort of town, city driving, any sort of congestion. You can really just control the car with one pedal. And I find it very much in control, but also very relaxing at the same time, which I really enjoy. We've got the front and rear parking sensors there, and also with the reversing camera. As I mentioned before, we've got the different driving modes as well. And the iX3 does have adaptive suspension. So you've got the Sport, Comfort and Eco Pro. Also traditional iDrive dial as well, with a touchpad on top, which I love using. High gloss black finish around these sort of door cars, the centre trim piece here. And you see some more of the galvanic buttons here. Down this switch going in the centre. Across the steering wheel, more galvanic controls here on the right, on the left hand side, left and right get mixed up. Now on the left we do have the full driving assistant professional, so full adaptive cruise control, lane assistance as well, it's sort of blind spot protection, and also some steering intervention as well, so if someone's approaching on your lane, the car can move out the way, so it's not going to be involved in any sort of impact or crash. So a fantastic system to use on sort of the long journeys. On the right here, you've got the media controls and options there. Finishing off, you also have the high beam assistance button here. If you push it, it says function acquirable. So there's a new system for BMW. Because we have some of the technology in the vehicle as standard on this car, you can basically acquire that through the Connected Drive store. So we have more and more functions like that coming on some of our cars in the future. Just wrap up, this car has got 3,687 miles on the clock. As I mentioned, it is a September 2021 registered vehicle. It's been our demonstrator from sort of day one. And just a fantastic car, actually. Won a lot of awards, rightly so. Possibly my favourite electric car that we couldn't have in our range. Even though it's based on a sort of combustion engine platform, they have configured it very well. I hope this video has been of use. If you require any more information or like to arrange a demonstration drive, please get in contact and one of our sales executives will be more than happy to help.